Has a small misunderstanding at work ever turned into a big problem later? Hi everyone, welcome to today's Business English session. I'm Emma and I'm here with David.
Thanks, Emma. Today we're talking about something that comes up in every workplace, asking for clarification and confirming information.
Exactly. Whether you're in a meeting, writing an email, or talking to a client, checking details the right way helps avoid misunderstandings.
And instead of just listing phrases, we'll act out different situations, common mistakes, better alternatives, and the best ways to handle them professionally.
Exactly. Let's get started with our first situation. Let's say we're in a team meeting and the manager just explained a new workflow. David, how would you ask for clarification?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Okay, but what exactly do you need repeated? That's too broad.
Just to make sure I understand correctly, are we prioritizing client onboarding before internal training, or are they happening at the same time?
Much better. Now you're guiding the speaker toward the part you need help with.
Right, because if I just say, "Can you repeat that?" I might get a long explanation I don't actually need. Now let's say your manager gives you a task, and you want to confirm that you understood correctly. Emma, how would you do it?
So you want me to work on the report, right?
That's like asking, "Did I hear something about work?" It's too broad.
Just to confirm, you'd like me to compile the sales data from the last 6 months and highlight key trends, correct?
Yes, that way, your manager doesn't have to wonder what part of the task you're asking about.
And if I got something wrong, they can correct me before I spend hours on the wrong thing. What about email? Sometimes requests aren't very clear. Let's do a bad example first.
I don't understand your request. Can you explain?
Oof, that sounds a little blunt. Almost like, this makes no sense.
Yeah, let's make it more polite. Thanks for your email. Just to clarify, when you mention updating the report, do you mean adjusting the formatting or adding new data?
Much smoother. Now, the sender knows exactly what part needs clarification instead of rewriting the whole thing.
Video calls can be tricky. Maybe the audio cuts out, or someone talks too fast. How do you ask for clarification without interrupting the flow?
Wait, what did you say? I didn't catch that.
That sounds like I just missed the entire conversation. Let's make it better.
Sorry, I missed that last part due to some audio issues. Could you repeat the key points?
That's perfect. You're not saying I wasn't paying attention. You're giving a reason and asking for just the necessary part.
Now, let's say a client explains what they need and you want to make sure you got it right. David, how would you do it?
So you want a new design, right?
That's a little vague. A new design could mean anything. Colors, layout, structure.
Just to confirm, you'd like us to redesign the homepage with a more modern layout and updated visuals. Is that correct?
Now that's clear. And if the client disagrees, they can correct the details instead of getting frustrated later. All right. How about when your manager assigns you a task, but the deadline isn't clear? How do you confirm it?
Okay, I'll try to get it done soon.
Soon. That could mean tomorrow, next week, or next month. That's risky. What if your manager needed it today?
Good point. A better way would be, just to confirm, is the deadline for this Friday at 5 p.m., or is there some flexibility?
That's much clearer. You've given a specific deadline and asked if there's room to adjust it.
Right. Confirming deadlines helps avoid last-minute stress and shows that you're organized and proactive. Now suppose you're in a meeting and someone uses a technical term you don't understand. What do you do?
What does that even mean?
That might sound rude or dismissive, especially in a professional setting. Let's try again.
Just to make sure I understand, when you say optimize the conversion funnel, are you referring to redesigning the user journey or improving our ad targeting?
That's much better. Instead of just saying, "What does that mean?" you're showing that you're engaged and offering possible meanings.
Exactly. This makes the conversation more productive and prevents confusion. Now let's say you're in a job interview and the interviewer describes a role, but some details are unclear. How do you ask for clarification?
So, what do you mean by collaborating with different teams?
That's okay, but it could be clearer. Let's improve it.
Could you clarify how cross-team collaboration works in this role? Would I be directly coordinating with marketing and product teams?
That's a strong response. You're not just asking for clarification, you're showing that you're thinking ahead about how the role functions.
Right. Employers appreciate when candidates ask thoughtful, specific questions.
That was a great session. David, what's the key takeaway?
When you're asking for clarification or confirming details, be specific, polite, and professional. It makes everything smoother.
Now it's your turn. Drop an example of how you'd ask for clarification or confirm information in the comments.